What's up? This is episode 2 of the Ryan Allen Bell Show. So today I want to share a revelation I've had within the last year or two. And it's the fact that we have entered the golden age of humanity. And I want to spend time on this episode to paint a picture of what I'm observing, my personal opinion of what's happening in the world and around the world. And, just to see if you're thinking the same thing. Like, do you see what I see? Do you believe what I see? And why this matters so much for us as creators. The best time to be alive is right now. And let me break this down to you. So, at the turn of the century, we're in the industrial age, right? And so the industrial age was when there was a lot of innovation and big companies started coming around and they started hiring employees, right? So the employee mindset started at the turn of the century. This was when, Henry Ford started the traditional work week, 9 to 5, right? 40-hour work week. And we grew up in that. Our parents grew up in that. And this is something that we think is normal, right? But if you actually zoom out and you're looking at the turn of the century, it's not that normal. Like, this just started like 100 years ago, right? And, this is called the industrial age, right? Now, what happened at the new turn of this most recent century, the 21st century, not the 20th century, is what they're calling the information age, right? There is so much information that we have access to with technology, pretty much just technology. You could go on the internet and look up anything that you want in the palms of our hands on our phones, right? There's so much information that we realized that we had the ability to create, right? We could create any business we want to create. We could pursue anything we want to pursue. We could get as creative as we want to get, right? And you see this, you're like 16-year-olds or even kids who get on YouTube or the internet and they learn how to go viral over anything, right? Or you see individuals who are musicians who blow up on TikTok because now they can reach millions of people, right? And so we're in a unique phase. And especially in 2020, we realized that job security wasn't true security anymore, even though that's what was the saying before, right? At the turn of the 20th century, in the industrial age, that was the saying. It was like, hey, job security is true security. But after 2020, we realized it's not true security. And what we realized is true security is working for ourselves. And this is what I saw over 10 years ago when I first became an entrepreneur. I started working for myself. I started building a home-based business. I got involved in network marketing, started learning how to build a network. And that's why I have this skill set teaching people and equipping people how to build a network, a professional network that can get them anywhere they want to get in life, right? So I started learning and seeing things differently over 10 years ago. And I knew back then that true security was working for yourself. And I've been sharing that vision with people and finding my tribe, finding people who believed what I believed. And I've been doing that for the last 10 years. Now, more than ever, though, I think we're even evolving beyond the information age, right? Based off of everything that I'm seeing around the world, we have officially entered the golden age of humanity. And yes, things are shaky. Like, if you look for the negative things on planet Earth, if you watch the news, if you're just seeking what's out there, it's gonna actually, for some people, they see it as if it's the worst of times. However, if you talk to some individuals who are seeking for the positive things that are out there, like what's the good things that are happening on planet Earth right now, they're gonna see it as we're living in the best of times, right? So why is there such a drastic perspective from two different types of people? And it's really because we are in the midst of a revolution right now. This truly is the best time to be alive. And, they used to say the middle class is disappearing, right? Which I do believe. I do believe because of entrepreneurship, any one of us could create something on the internet. We could go on any social media app. We could create our own products, our own services, right? But for people that don't see that, they're stuck in the industrial age thinking, the employee mindset, the 9-to-5 mindset, the 40-hour-a-week mindset, and they're settling to a place of mediocrity, to a place of complacency, because it's old school thinking. This is like 100-year-old thinking, right? And so they go to our lower class from an economic standpoint, right? Now, the ones that see that we are in the information age and they take a hold of it and they grasp it and they take massive action and they believe in their dreams, and then they build a network of people who also believe in their dreams. They bypass the lower class and they bust out of the middle class and they enter the upper class. And so what's happening is we go from the industrial age to the information age, and then once you learn how to be a creator and build something of your own, or collaborate with people who are building something of your own, you evolve to the upper class. And so in the golden age of humanity, which is what we're experiencing right now, we have the ability to evolve classes. And that's your choice. If you're watching this right now, no matter what class you're in, you don't have to be in the class that you're in if you don't want to. You could decide. The Latin root meaning for decide is to cut off from. You're killing off a path and you're choosing another path, right? You can decide to pursue greatness and pursue what's happening right now around the world. So we're for sure, and this is my personal opinion, and I would imagine, just because of the people in my network, there's hundreds, if not thousands of people who believe what I believe and can see from this perspective. But we're in a revolution, right? And we're entering a new age, the golden age of humanity, because things are changing so drastically, right? Our monetary system is changing. Like, we could go down a whole entire rabbit hole with fiat currency, but fiat currencies, they only last like 200 years. There's never been a fiat currency that's lasted the test of time. And I know for sure the US dollar isn't going to be the first. There's been like 6,000 different fiat currencies in like our history, right? So our monetary system is changing right now. And the way that we do business, because of the internet, it's changing. Like I said, any one of us could earn an income on social media, on the internet. So there's so many things that are changing. We're the most connected that we've ever been, right? But here is why I'm creating this podcast, is yes, we are the most connected we've ever been. However, we're also the most lonely we've ever been, because we're stuck behind a screen all day long, right? And we aren't building genuine connections with another human being, right? And so I'm building this podcast to come back to that, developing human-based marketing, which essentially is what our economy is turning into right now, right? Is AI is taking over. Yes, we want to utilize AI, but we need to go back to our roots and learn how to love on people and build a relationship with people and connect with people, right? And so that's why I'm building this. And so for those that grasp that and they don't get lost in the tech, they don't get lost in the AI, they're utilizing it, but they're not making that their only thing, they're going to see greatness in the 21st century. And so for those that see what's happening around the world in a positive light, they acknowledge the bad things, but they're overcoming it. We're entering a renaissance. This is a renaissance of the 21st century. And I actually pulled up some notes I'll share with you. At the last renaissance, here are some key characteristics of the last renaissance. And you can let me know if you believe we're entering a new renaissance. Number 1, humanism. A focus on human potential, reason, and achievements. This is the last renaissance. And yes, I would agree that we have this characteristic going forward from this point forward, right? Artistic innovation, masterpieces from like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and other artists, right? Like even a small little hint is like what happened with NFTs recently. Is like, yo, like they're creating value like in the crypto space, creating art, right? And so these are just random, like it's not random, but it's just ideas that are happening in the marketplace right now that has characteristics of a renaissance. Scientific advancements, thinkers who challenge traditional beliefs, leading to new discoveries, right? I think a perfect example is take a look at what's happening with AI. Like this is a new innovation that is transforming the way that we even live here on planet Earth. There, you could take a look at someone like Elon Musk, who wants to put people on Mars, right? Exploration and expansion, the age of exploration, right? That's essentially what Elon Musk is doing right now. And then we're entering. So the last Renaissance was the printing revolution. The invention of the printing press, which changed humanity forever. And so that's equivalent for us having AI right now. And so we're at the very beginning stages of AI. And it's something it's changing humanity. And we can't escape it, right? But it's something we could use forever. So based off of this short list, actually take a look at this. The French word for Renaissance means rebirth. So the question is, do you believe that we're experiencing a rebirth in our economy, with humanity, with our thinking, with everything that's happening around the world? And I would say, yes, we are, for sure. So if you like what I'm sharing and you want to dive deeper into this, go to humanbasedmarketing.com. I'm building a newsletter. Specifically, I'm working on teaching you how to build your professional network. This is a skill set that will help you bridge the gap from the industrial age to the information age to the golden age. It's a skill set that we need. It's mandatory for us to go from the lower, middle, and upper class. And more specifically, this newsletter, I'm going to dive deeper into concepts like this that I'm sharing with you right now. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is episode 2. Stay tuned to episode 3 shortly.